Well, good morning and happy Saturday. We're in A2 land again. The first lane on our board, assuming this video has enough content to make it to the internet. Pit cushion lift rod fell off, so all we gotta do is reattach it. Pretty easy. One thing to note, I'm not sure how it unthreaded from the top, but it did. You always thread the top in a few threads more than the bottom. Yeah, this pit cushion linkage is it's kind of in rough shape too. That bolt is on the wrong side. The bolt needs to go down there. Super duper. Well, we got more wrong here than we got right, but one thing at a time. Might need vice grips to unthread this rod. It's off. I just need two hands to muscle it. The rod end was a little bit bent on the threads, but we're gonna go ahead and we're going to move that jam nut all the way down to the bottom. Also, these threads are kind of stiff here too, so I might need two hands for that. Well, we definitely need a new rod end. The internal threads are damaged on the upper section. That explains how it's separated, right? And then it fell over and it bent the rod at the bottom side, so we can't really thread the rod in on the bottom side either. So let's go see if they have another one. Well, they've got one questionable one here. They've got a bunch of the long rods, right, for the overheads, but not a lot of these shorter ones for the vertical links. I lied. I did more digging. They're hiding back there. This is why having organization and inventory is really beneficial if you want to operate at a very high level, right? Instead of having to put everything on hold and just kind of forage through a sea of parts. So we went ahead, I didn't get it on camera, but I start about 5 to 7 threads on the top. And then we start engaging the threads on the bottom side of the rod. And the idea with this is that if these jam nuts do come loose in the future and the rod unthreads, it's going to give out on the bottom first and not the top. And we will avoid the top of that rod falling in there or falling there or getting mangled, right? It'll just hang vertically. So we've got this set up a little bit better now. Yes, I realize this pit cushion linkage is trashed. Are we going to focus on that today? No, we're just going to make sure their rod is back attached so that as the machine cycles and we get towards 180, we have plenty of clearance for the ball to make it into the lift rods. We don't need to make sure that this is perfect and triggering our quick drop brakes because they don't even have quick drop grapes. Well, quick drop rakes hooked up. A lot of these time delay modules in the circuit boxes don't function properly anymore. So there's no time delay on second ball, and it causes massive misscoring. So instead they've elected to remove the link from their quick drop rakes and let the computer system cycle the machines. So this style of pit cushion linkage is designed to be optimized to drop your quick drop rake upon ball impact. So this is yeah, does it suck? Of course it does. Is it awesome? No, it's not. But we don't need to really drill down onto this. We have other more important things to do. Well, let's keep it real, right? This is their pile of available spare pit cushion linkage. It's really not in any better condition than what we saw out on the machine, right? So, no spare parts, no repairs. So next thing on the list, yeah, you can't really see a whole lot, but there's 2 complete pick conveyor assemblies stuffed in here. So we need to yank one of these out, and it's going to go into lane number 9. So the note on the board for lane 9 is bad jogger shaft assembly. We've got our duct tape, ball track, not even JB weld, it's duct tape weld. Yeah, let's see if we can figure out what's bad on it. What an awkward angle, but we can rotate the shaft in one direction, and we can't rotate it in the opposite direction. Something has turned into a one-way clutch bearing on this. Crazy. I've never seen that before. So I think that's probably enough negativity. Yeah, do we have some disadvantages? Absolutely. Can we still accomplish good things? Yes. So let's focus on that. So the good news is they've already got the pit board off and the pit conveyor belt off for us already. Let's see if we can... we'll go this way. So that nut and washers are coming off. There are 2 more on the front side and 1 more on the 7 side. And we're just gonna lift the entire pit conveyor frame out and roll it down the lane out of the way. Oh, I misspoke. I thought this was a complete unit, but they do have one complete unit made up and ready to go. So we're still in good shape. So it has wheels. We will roll it. Kind of like this. Oh no. It's sandwiched in there pretty good. I'm gonna need 2 hands. Hold on. So let's try this again. It's got wheels. We'll roll it. Easier said than done. Pick conveyor cam. Oh, we got a ramp and a 90-degree turn here. Hold on. Oh, this is gonna be a little more tricky. So I'm gonna do 1 on camera, but there are 4 total nuts. Oh, nuts. What is going on here? Is this 3/4 inch socket? That's not a 3/4 inch nut. Oh, you can't see. Weird. What size is that? It is 11/16. That's strange. I wonder if the rest of them will be. Are these aftermarket studs? Weird. I don't know. I mean, it could be. Around here, anything is possible. So we got 1 out. We're gonna do 3 more. Then we're gonna lift this whole bastard out of the pit. Well, this one is 3/4. So we're just gonna kind of use an extension and go through here. Wow, these threads feel a little bit boogered up. See if I can get you in there, but this thing had a bolt. This is the 7-pin rear corner. They had a bolt that went through, and it bolted into the sub-mount frame. Crazy. I mean, whatever works, right? It's secured-ish. I know it's a little dark in here. We got a pit curtain blocking our light. But we have our front nuts loosened. What we're gonna do, and we're gonna tip the pin deck end up, and we're gonna get it off of the studs that are sticking upwards, and we're gonna prop our jogger shaft kind of almost here on the tail end of the pin deck. We're gonna come in with this little 4-wheel flat dolly and balance it precariously, and then roll it backwards underneath the masking unit and underneath the moving deck. I decided it would be in our best interest to remove the pit curtain. We were fighting against it, so what I'm gonna do, I'm going to stand basically on top of this thing. Just kind of squat lift it up off the studs real quick. Just like that. Easier said than done. Next step, we're going to come in with our little rolly cart, and we're going to get our jogger shaft up on top of the rolly cart here. Like I said, I broke my magnetic camera mount. I've been too lazy to get any more, so we're going to have to tell you how to do it and not be able to show you how to do it, unfortunately. Kind of like that. It's our rolly cart. It's under the jogger shaft, and we've got clearance to reverse commando crawl out underneath. Oh, this is awkward. Out underneath our masking unit. Hold on. We got to put the arms down because we're running into the masking unit. That's better. See, we're rolling. It's got wheels, we'll roll it. So we got the other one loaded on. And again, we're just going to delicate balancing act and slowly walk it back in. Well, it's too bad this is the widest that this camera lens can go. But she's kind of in there. We've moved our dolly out of the way. We no longer need it, so we can just yeet it down lane. Then the fun part, we gotta hunch back over the top of this thing and cradle it back into the sub mount studs. All right, so she's back in position. What we need to do is we are going to bring in our nuts. Oh, nuts. I'm going to start those on. I'm not going to torque them down just yet. Because we have some kind of a weird bolt situation there that we need to... we don't have 4 studs sticking up, right? We've got 3 out of 4. So I need to get that kind of pre-assembled. I'm not going to get it on camera, but we're going to double check left to right pitch on the front side and the rear side, and make sure that we're kind of at least half-assed decent on shim adjustment. I didn't get it on camera, and I apologize for that, but our left to right level looks good. And our height drop off looks good. However, we will need to grab a file. There are some rough metal edges here that can cause ball damage. And I think that happened during transportation from the center this was removed from, until somewhere between there and here, right? But that's easy. Just a little file. We'll take that burr off. No problem. Something like this. Ah, you can't see. Now can you see? Yeah, but you're sideways. That's okay. We'll fix it in post. Knock the burrs off. Yeah, a little bit more right here. I just don't want anybody's bowling ball to get damaged. You know, or another spot for someone's bowling ball to get damaged. Let's stay positive here, Mr. Buckley, please. Okay. That looks good. All right. Now we got to find the pit board. Ah, you're zoomed in too far. Hold on. I think the pit board's by the masking unit next door. So we're going to drop our pit board in and put our pit conveyor belt back on, and we should be good. So we've got our ball wheel belt back on the idler. We've got our pit conveyor belt back on there. We have not tensioned this yet because we need to put our ball wheel belt tension back on first. Alright, so really what we want with belt tension on our ball wheel belt, I set it just to barely touch, right? The book wants you to have like a little tiny gap. The other thing you can do is cram the bolt into the frame, and you'll increase belt tension here. I'm not sure I really like that idea unless it's necessary. There doesn't appear to be a need to do that here. So we're not going to do that. We're going to do the normal, just touch the bolt to the frame and then lock the jam nut down. Cool. So we're all reassembled. The only thing left to do is put the pit curtain back in and put our top elevator guard back on. We'll run it, we'll set pins, and then we'll be done. Well, look at that. She runs. And she's pretty quiet, too. Mission accomplished. So next thing on the list is going to be lane number 15, one-to-one swap. I'm not going to do this on camera. I did kind of a snippets last week, and a couple months ago I did a full length, like 45-minute long or hour-long video on a one-to-one. So if you want to see that, you can go back in time and check that out. I don't feel like it needs to be an excessively long video today. We'll just leave it at just the two things we did today. We'll make it a short video.